From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Hauling it in, Nelson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Flushed out right. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Chiefs 0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process, and really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Runs over it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire. And he's got this down 1 yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Mahomes now on first down. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Mahomes firing complete, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 58 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done...
Touchdown! Nicole Hardman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 5. Now it's Mixon running right.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's got the hook up here to Nelson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a 2nd score.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bengals 21, Chiefs 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DJ Reader in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Now Mahomes. It's complete to Fuller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. If you're a fan of old-school physical football, that play was for you.
No doubt about it. That play was for anyone who likes football. He did everything properly on that one. Great contact, wrapped it up, unable to jar the ball free. The only disappointment on the play for him.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Brevin Jordan, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. Butker on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Rodgers now on first down. Caught by Nelson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Second and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Now Rodgers. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. McPherson's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now Edwards-Helaire. A 1st down and more for Edwards-Helaire. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he comes back with one complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Edwards-Helaire is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mixon. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He finds his running back, Mixon. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st down, Mahomes throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Mahomes' throw taken in here by Fuller. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Bateman going to get it now on the jet sweep. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Bengals 34, Chiefs 31.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to because, you know.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Nicole Hardman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out up around the... 45-yard line.
First down.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Hardman on the return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.